Every single day, the market throws 1,000 predictions at you, each one louder, more confident, more tempting than the last. Analysts with their fancy charts, experts dripping with authority, voices clamoring to tell you where the price will go next, when the crash will hit, or which sector will boom. It's relentless. It's exhausting. You feel this pressure, this gnawing fear, that if you don't trust those predictions, if you don't hop on those tips, you're going to miss out. You'll be left behind, watching others make the money you deserve. That anxiety is real. It's sharp, but it's also the trap. Here's the thing nobody says out loud. Those predictions? Most of them are illusions wrapped in confidence. They prey on that very human need to control the uncontrollable. The market's future isn't a line to be drawn. It's a wild storm of forces, emotions, chance, and chaos. The brutal truth is this: putting your faith in neat, precise forecasts is like trusting a weather report to never change, only to get caught outside unprepared in the storm. Yet investors, leaders, professionals like you keep falling into this trap again and again. Why? Because it's easier to believe in a story, even a false one, than to wrestle with uncertainty. It's comforting, almost addictive, to think someone else has the answer, that the market's next move is mapped out by smart people in suits. But this comfort? It smiles, but it's a prison. It steals your power while pretending to hand you a roadmap. Now imagine what happens when you break free from that prison. Imagine actually knowing that those noisy experts don't serve your future, don't hold your destiny. Imagine instead embracing the messy truth. The market is unpredictable, opaque, full of sudden shifts no one can call, and that means your edge doesn't come from listening harder to the crowd. It comes from stepping off the beaten path. The rare few, the real leaders, the real investors who change the game, they see this. They don't look for a promised path. They build their own. What does it mean to build your own path in a world where the system is designed for the average, for the comfortable, for the crowd that follows rather than leads? It means owning your sovereignty like a weapon, cutting through the noise with ruthless clarity. To stop chasing predictions and start forging strategies that aren't about guessing next quarter's number, but about mastering risk, understanding psychological tides, and moving with precision in the chaos. It means learning to unlearn the safety net of forecasts and embracing the uncertainty with conviction. Stop looking for certainty in a market that sells only uncertainty. Instead, build a mindset and system that thrives in uncertainty. Become obsessed not with the speed of your gains, but with the durability of your edge. That edge is not a prediction, it's a process. One built on discipline, diversified insights, continuous adaptation, and the courage to be different. The courage to say no to the noise, no to the easy answer, no to the herd's promises of easy riches. Listen closely, because this is the secret only the top 1% know and live by. The market is not a puzzle to solve. It's an environment to master, a living system where the exceptional don't predict the future, they create it. Those rare players don't waste energy chasing the market's whispers. They harness deep understanding, foster real connections with the flow of capital, sentiment, and innovation. They are in sync with reality, not with fancy forecasts. How do you do that? First, reject the comfort of consensus. Consensus is the enemy of innovation and the graveyard of distinctiveness. When everyone believes the same prediction, the market already prices it in. That's why true opportunity lies off consensus, where the noise is thick and fewer dare to look. Second, invest in yourself relentlessly. Study history, human behavior, and emerging trends, not just numbers. Know that macro predictions fail because humans don't live in numbers. They live in stories and emotions. Third, cultivate patience like a weapon. The real winners don't chase instant gratification. They play the long game, aligning their choices with what no algorithm or forecast can yet see. Human transformation, technological shifts, geopolitical ripple effects, the deep currents beneath the market's surface. In this patience, there is power, silent, steady, unstoppable. Fourth, surround yourself with the few who burn like you do. The movement isn't a crowd, it's a forge of the rare. Forget the community full of comfort seekers and yes men. Find those who challenge, who question everything, who demand the truth beyond numbers. Align with allies who don't just follow, they lead, who don't just consume, they create. Because the problem isn't the lack of knowledge, it's the isolation. The exceptional implode alone. Together they ignite revolutions. Then, and only then, start to transform your relationship with risk. Risk is the heart of every prediction, but mastery turns it into opportunity. Prepare for volatility, embrace it even. Don't fear the crash. It's a chance to build, to buy, to grow. Control risk not by predicting when it hits, but by how you position yourself constantly. Use tools, yes, but more importantly, develop intuition forged by experience, empathy, and relentless learning. Finally, understand this process transcends markets. This is a way of living, a rebellion against the system's lies. The world wants you small, average, and predictable. The world sells comfort while killing fire, but fire is inside you. The rare individuals who refuse to be tamed, they don't wait for the market to tell them what to do. They decide, they act, they become. They are the architects of what comes next, not victims of forecasts. So don't trust market predictions. They are often smoke and mirrors for convenience, tools to herd the many into comfortable cages. Instead, trust your will, your vision, your ability to adapt and transform. Refuse to be a passenger on the roller coaster of guesses. Become the driver who steers through uncertainty with fierce independence. This is hard. There will be moments of doubt when the world screams louder, when you feel the temptation to give in. But that tension inside you, that unbearable pull for something more, that is your signal. It means you're alive, ready to transcend the usual, ready to redefine what success means. Step out of the illusion. Own the truth that the market is unpredictable, and that's where your power lies, not in pretending to see tomorrow, but in mastering today, every day, with clarity, conviction, and relentless courage. Your edge is waiting where comfort dies, at the edge of consensus, at the intersection of patience and action, in the company of the few who dare to burn as you do. Those voices selling certainty want you to forget the power within, but you don't have to play by their rules. You can break the cycle. You can rebuild your thinking, your strategies, your network, and your future. Refuse to trust blindly. Instead, build trust in your own becoming. This is where the revolution begins. Not in the headlines or the charts, but in your mind, in your choices, in your refusal to settle. The most valuable prediction you can make is to predict your own dedication to evolve beyond this system's illusions, to become the investor, the leader, the force the world was waiting for. So, stop chasing market predictions. Start becoming the prediction your future deserves.